Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Salford versus Hull KR Round 2 review for the 2023 Betfred Super League season. As a Salford fan that lives here in Australia, really disappointed with the result this morning. Credit to Hull KR. They deserve a huge rap for what they have done so far this year. They were at home last week, Hull KR, and they knocked off Wigan. And they travelled to Salford on a cold Thursday night in England, and they ended up getting the job done. Pretty incredible effort from Hull KR. But before I get into the review of Salford versus Hull KR, I just want to say that if you guys are new to this YouTube channel, make sure you like this video. Comment your thoughts on the game in the comment section below. Share the video around on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Share it around on social media. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Like I said, as a Salford supporter that lives here in New South Wales, Australia, really disappointing this result against Hull KR. It was Salford's first home game of the season. They are at home at the AJ Bell Stadium. The Salford supporters were out in full force. Really poor performance. It just wasn't our night. Things didn't go well. Lots of poor errors. Completion rates were down. I thought the first half we could have done a lot more, to be honest with you. The first half we had a lot of ball. We had a lot of possession. We just couldn't find more points. We kept dropping the ball, turning it over. Cheap penalties, giving Hull KR so many opportunities to get out of their own end. And the kicking game of Jordan Abdul was outstanding. I think he had about 2 or 3 try assists in the end. He was outstanding for Hull KR. But what we're going to do, we're going to go through the game now. And first couple of minutes of the game, actually, Salford had a lot of possession early on. First 8 minutes or so, it was all Salford. Salford had all the ball early on. And then the first try of the game went to Ken Seo there in the corner. Ken Seo with the first try of the contest. Really good start for Salford, actually, going in for the first try of the game. Salford 4-0 up. Anyway, Salford just kept dominating possession. The longer the game went, the better Salford looked in the first half. All the possession was in their favour. They starved Hull KR of possession. It was a bit like Warrington against Leeds last week. Warrington obviously starved Leeds of possession and they kept scoring points. Except the difference with this one was Salford starved them of possession, but they just couldn't find points. Kept dropping the ball on the last tackle, or tackle 3, tackle 4, make a stupid error or a stupid kick, something which just wasn't working. At half-time, it was 4-0 Salford, and I thought to myself, Salford need to be up more than 4-0. 4-0 is not enough. I did a live reaction to this game on YouTube, and I was talking to the live chat, and I was saying to them, like, 4-0 is not even enough. We've had 65% possession at one point in that first half, and 4-0 is just not going to cut it. Hull KR can score points. They've got attack in them, so that was quite disappointing. We get to the second half, and Hull KR ended up going in for the first try of the game. Jordan Abdul with a crossfield kick, and I think it was tapped back by Joe Burgess, and then it was gained by Ethan Ryan, who ends up grabbing the ball there and scoring the try for Hull KR. Hull KR go to a 6-4 lead over Salford. It was quite surprising, actually. Hull KR scored the first points of the second half, and then not long after that, a couple minutes later there, I think it was the 55th minute, it was around that part, or the 51st minute, it was around that part of the game. There was a grubber kick there from Jordan Abdul for Frankie Horton, who come off the bench and played in the right edge back row. Frankie Horton goes in and scores. Pretty soft try, pretty poor defence there from Salford. Communication just wasn't happening there, so that was really disappointing. Hull KR go to a 12-4 lead, and at this point I was a little bit concerned, but I thought, okay, well, if Salford pull their fucking finger out, then they'll be fine. And then, funny enough, Salford kick off, and we force an error out of Hull KR, and Salford go back to the right-hand side, where they've had most of their success, and Dion Cross ends up going over and scoring for Salford. A much-needed try. At that point, it was Hull KR 12, Salford 10, 55 minutes gone in the contest. And I thought to myself, all right, still 25 minutes to go. And Salford have got the home crowd behind them. They'll be fine. 12-10 down. And then unbelievable, Hull KR kick off. And Sam Stone knocks the ball on off the friggin' kickoff. I was so disappointed with this. And it's just one of those things where after you score points, you need to complete your next set. And Hull KR forced Salford's hand off the kickoff, a knock on. And then Hull KR went down the left-hand side for Sean Kenny Dow. And he found Ethan Ryan again. Ethan Ryan went in for a double. He went from the right side to the left side. Hull KR go to 18-10 lead. And at this point, I was very concerned. I thought Salford had scored a try not long after that, but obviously there was 3 players. They were offside. They were inside the 10 metres. It would have been a double to Ken Seo, but unfortunately, no try. Salford again, they put up a kick and there was a knock on there from Will Dagger. Salford went right. They had numbers. Croft gave it on to Cross. Cross got too excited and looked for another offload, knocked the ball on. Anyway, not long after that, Hull KR sealed the deal. They go down the left-hand side once again. Wood, what's his name? Wood goes in and scores in the corner for Hull KR, and that's pretty much the ball game at that point. Hull KR go 22-10 in front. Conversion is successful. Game over. Hull KR 24, Salford 10. Really poor performance from Salford compared to last week's win against the League Leopards. Salford last week were a bit poor to start with, but then they come good. This week it was a bit of the opposite. They started all right, and then they ended up going to shit in that second half. But look, it's only round 2. There's a lot of improvement in Salford to come. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed up. I think defensively, we were okay, but we just sort of fell away towards the end. And I think our attack needs a lot of work. I really do. I think when we have our opportunities in that first half with the amount of possession we have, we've got to take those chances, and we got to take them. We can't just go up 4-0 and expect to defend 4-0 and win 10-6. We got to be able to score points and finish off Hull KR throughout the game. But overall, Hull KR should be proud of themselves. They've done well to win today. They deserved the win. They were the better team, especially in that second half. Salford, disappointing, but obviously next week Salford take on Warrington, so that'll be a really big game for Salford, and one that Salford can definitely look to improve on. But I'll tell you what, before I get on out of here, obviously man of the match was Jordan Abdul. I think he deserves it. A couple of other players I want to give a mention to. I thought Sawasa Sue played really well. I thought Wood played well. He obviously scored a try. Ethan Ryan got a double. Sean Kenny Dow played well. Matt Parcell looked dangerous as hell. Hull KR very good. As for Salford, Salford's best player was probably Ollie Puddington. I'd say he was their best. For Salford, he was probably the best player for Salford. But the other thing I want to mention too before I go is, look, Hull KR, no Lachlan Coote, no Ryan Hall, and no Reece Kennedy. Lachlan Coote's a massive loss for them, and Ryan Hall is one of their main try scorers. So Salford are obviously they'll be really disappointed with that. But Hull KR to win away without Coote, without Ryan Hall, without Reece Kennedy, who they just picked up from the Broncos, is quite remarkable from Hull KR. So credit to them. Anyway, I'm going to get on out of here. Jordan Abdul was my man of the match, and I think he deserved the man of the match from Sky Sports. So well done to him. Well done to Hull KR. As a Salford fan, we'll be back next week. We've got Warrington. We'll bounce back in that one, hopefully. But anyway, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you all for watching the Salford vs Hull KR Round 2 review. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments below. Until next time, have a good one, and I will see you tomorrow for the Leeds versus Hull FC live stream, and I'll also be doing a Leeds versus Hull FC review afterwards. Anyway, until next time, take care.